Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. It's Harrison Wolf going through the county sock drawer on 2 Point Radio. I just had a very big sleep, so it's going to be a lively one.
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. results are in. Wow, didn't we do well? The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives.
Live music is like fresh fruit and vegetables, man. It's better than the stuff in a can. And when the opportunity presents itself, you gotta cram as much of it in you as possible. That's just sensible, healthy living. You can't have too much of a good thing. That's why they call it a good thing. When I was young, I used to stand right next to the speakers and drink it in until I couldn't hear a thing. That's how I knew I was full.
We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. students are reminded to be in two places at once.
Did you see those student protests at Mitten University the other day? It's all a little peaceful for my liking. Sure, I can respect the vibe, but sometimes you gotta ruffle some feathers. When I was at school, they took away mashed potato Tuesdays, so a few of us got into the school mascot's coop, and boy, did we ruffle that chicken. It was all friendly, of course, but they knew we meant business. Just some food for thought, my student comrades. Go get your mashed potatoes.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember? Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. Academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil. Now taking students for virtual normality.
Beaver from Bungle. The small car that makes the little things feel bigger than they are. It's a perspective thing.
Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. reminded to be inspirational. We have a class without a teacher. That's a class without a teacher. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
How's it going? You're listening to 2 Point Radio, the most popular station in the greater 2 Point County area. Nice. We're serving more great radio with a side of insidious advertising right after this.
Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better. We have a class without a teacher. That's a class without a teacher. Questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Students are reminded that you came here
As longtime listeners will know, I have a wide range of hobbies and interests, but jogging isn't one of them. I mean, think about it. Going around and around a track or a park in an endless, exhausting loop to feel satisfaction? If you ask me, it's just another trick that big business uses to train our brains into total subordination. I'm sitting down, man. There's no moving me.
Skills are non-transferable. If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you. We have a class without a teacher. That's a class without a teacher.
Bungle gets a lot of praise in the press. I just don't think it's healthy for anything, to get talked about in such a positive light. It makes my eyebrows uncomfortable. Sure, they've been responsible for a lot of so-called technological advances, and some of you might love your automatic toilet paper dispensers, but I was doing just fine in the toilet. Thank you very much.
Students are reminded that some grades are personal. Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. opened a new building. Good for us. Students are reminded to find themselves.
All right, I am out of here. I hope you all have a righteous rest of your day and that the constant fear of alien abduction, natural disaster, and revolutionary upheaval doesn't stop you from having a fine and restful evening. Hopefully there's a next time.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. Plagiarism is not a belief system. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. I hear that another university has opened its doors to the aspiring bookworms and lab rats of 2 Point County. Listeners may remember that I don't like new universities because they're not old and therefore not any good. If they were, they'd have opened a long time ago. That's called logic, students, though I don't suppose you'd know.
Announcement. The campus just got bigger, not necessarily better. Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. There's a fly in here. The campus has opened a new building. Good for us. We are approaching the end of the academic year. Try not to worry.
Welcome back. I can't say that I understand our county's recent fascination with opening pop-up universities on a weekly basis, but it seems appropriate to commemorate the opening of yet another fun-time house of real good learning. I thought we'd talk about the past, memories, and nostalgia. The feelings that things used to be, in some incalculable and all-encompassing sense, better. But why do we feel that way? Are we wearing rose-tinted glasses? Perhaps. Did everything used to be better? Probably.
Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. that there's no such thing as free time.
I used to love taking the train, the steam, the crisp sandwiches, watching people's luggage fall. Oh, those were the days. Sadly, I now find the experience of using our county's rail services is missing one rather vital component. I find that everyone seems all too engrossed by their mobile phones. Now, I have no interest in talking to anyone, but what I did like was ignoring people. It's just no fun if they do it for you.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. Education is non-refundable. Staff are reminded to care about students.
At Jumbo, we know it's our employees that are the big deal. That's why they get the Jumbo treatment. Mobile stationery, toilet substitute, sip of milk, leg rooms, dental surgeries, additional headrest, and our famous data system analysis training program system. Or FDAP-STAPS. I'm Jumbo McNally, and I wish I worked here.
unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Students are asked not to ask questions. Hard work may or may not pay off.
I was recently stolen back to the days of my youth. Yes, after inadvertently trapping myself in the airing cupboard, what did I come across but my old wooden tennis clogs? It had been too long since I thought about my days on the university tennis team. It was said that the mere sound of our carved shoes were enough to cause eruptions of rosy cheeks and giggling on campus, although some believed that it had something to do with our shorts.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. a test announcement, not a real announcement.
Whatever happened to wooden tennis shoes anyway? The visual spectacle of tennis used to be accompanied by a positive symphony, a sound like a company of coconuts dancing on a ballroom floor. Only wooden tennis clogs can produce such an enchanting auditory experience. But what do they wear now? Ghastly, squeaky things. And for what? Added grip? Light weight? It's practically cheating.
Students are reminded to set reminders. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you.
The rise of the synthetic shoe is not confined to the tennis court, sadly. I'm sure many long-time listeners know that I visit Confetto's Cobblers once a year and treat myself to a pair of brogues, or loafers if I'm feeling scandalous. On my most recent visit, however, I was horrified to find that my dear cobbler had been replaced with an establishment by the name of the Shoe Zoo. But can one truly describe their collection of footwear as a menagerie without possessing a single pair of brogues? I think not.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. revise, the longer you've been revising. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt.
Remember the start of the show? Remember when we were going to talk about nostalgia? Oh, what a paradise it seems. And yet, here we stand, talking about training shoes. Another vision gone awry over the savage passing of time. How fitting. How dreadfully sad. Things used to be better, dear listeners. How can you know for sure? Well, my show is over. They can't be getting better, can they?
If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
Good morning. You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Hello there, it's Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio, where today we'll be asking the question, do slow news days prompt needless questions? You won't be able to miss it.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Staff are reminded to care about students. Education is non-refundable.
Later in the week, I'll be talking to the Boogie Nights. Those metal-clad funk makers are equal parts gallantry and groovy groove music. Knights and chivalry were first popular hundreds of years ago, of course. But isn't it funny how these trends come around? Stay courtly, kids.
No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed. Summer break would be a convenient time for construction. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now.